Going.
Ready? Let's go for a ride. Try to unlock the door fast enough.
Hello.
Seat belts are old school. You have to use a lap belt. Cinch it up. Get to the side. Go ahead. This is how we hook you up. The seat belts have not been replaced. The rest of the interior looks great, but it's one of those things you'd have to do. Door shut, window down. This is Texas air conditioning. Got new window channeling, new window tint, new door handles. For speed of ease, I will not wear a seatbelt. Ooh, awesome. Usually cold-blooded. I've changed my mind. Here's the seatbelt. It does have a driver's seatbelt. Also has provision for small child. That's 1973 safety for you. Nice metal dash. A little cold-blooded, so let's get it warmed up a little bit. New rebuilt carburetor, but it's still a 1973 362 barrel running late model gas. Gas is totally different these days. It was unleaded then, so you don't have to worry about putting hardened valve seats in the heads because it's set for unleaded, but the octane and the ethanol mix for circa 2013. It's one of those things you deal with driving an older vehicle. You don't always have the older gas that the platform was designed for. Hence, a lot of times people will put in a modern drivetrain. So, we're turning left. Blinker works. That's first gear. Second gear. Truck. I mean, it's still original Ford truck performance. So you're not going to be able to bark the tires or hot rod it. That's up to you if you pull the motor apart. Or put something different in it, like a 390 or a 428. That'll all bolt up. As long as it's FE engine design. Stop's good. Back in first gear. Second gear. Fourth. No hands on the wheel. It doesn't go anywhere. It's not going to win any autocross competitions or anything, but it drives good. Currently breaking the Plano, Texas speed limit for this road. Ah! Those little license plates rattling behind me. The original 73, it's in the ad, so it's not road noise. It does have like a brake cable clattering, like it's hitting against a metal surface. I might put a piece of rubber over it for you. I mean, it's minimal. Driving down the road, no hands on the wheel again. Stopping, no no steering wheel shake. Tires and wheels run out good. Okay. What do you think? Go north on Preston or just go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we turn it off?
Nah, you can keep going.
We're at 250.
Let's pull out in front of a vehicle. No stall, no sputter. Sounds good. I mean, they're not a very loud muffler at all. It just sounds throaty. Look out to your right. There's the lovely confines of the DFW urban jungle.
And there's the temperature gauges.
Yeah, all the gauges work. All the gauges over here work, but the lighting, there's a circuit board behind the cluster that needs replaced. It oxidizes, and like anything electronic and plastic, it loses its performance. So rather than looking at the gauges with a dim light, these gauges were installed. So we're going to go up here and we're going to turn around. That's probably good. I mean, it'll go at 55 mile an hour all day long. Engine tach sounds good. I don't know what the rear end gear is. It's probably like a 308 because it's got a lower gear Ford 3-speed in it, but it might be a 331 gear ratio. It'll definitely get you around town. On the highway then, they didn't really care about gas mileage, but it gets about 8 to 12 miles per gallon. 65 miles an hour, the RPM is probably about 3,000 RPM, maybe a little bit higher. So, got green lights, we still got decent speed. Get on an access road. I don't know what that is really. Well, Legacy.
Yeah.
We'll go decent speed again.
Yeah, the cop's pretty bad.
I don't really slow down with corners here. If you got the right of way, I mean, it's not. Definitely don't be afraid to drive it like you would if you're an aggressive driver. I kind of try to get out of people's way rather than me get out of their way. So for the truck, for me, the last 3 months has been fine. Surrounded by new sheet metal. That's what's fun about driving this thing. You get thumbs up. People honk, wave, look at you. I always thought like they thought maybe I was Fred Sanford, but you get a lot more feedback that people enjoy the vehicle as much as you do. There just aren't any 40-year-old vehicles of any kind running around. It's not a 69 Mach 1 Mustang or anything like that, but these things are about as rare as hen's teeth. You find a lot more muscle cars preserved more than you do a 1973 pickup truck of any kind. Especially one that's put together still as well as this one was. Evidently the guy did his maintenance on a 2,500 mile level. You never really know that until you get the vehicle, especially after sitting for such a long time. But very surprising how tight the truck is. It obviously needs someone to kind of probably finish the process. Anything that old requires maintenance. You can never replace all of everything. But you'd have to replace very little with this truck. Especially if it's a quote-unquote knock-around truck. Take it to the store, go to the lumber yard, take it to the cabin. But for me, it's been my daily driver for near the last 3 months. Which I'm fine with. So we're getting ready to go home.
We're at 490.
I think we're still good. 7 minutes. And plus, now that it's warmed up, popping the hood, you can probably kind of get a better idea of how the engine runs. It's just cold-blooded. There's only so much you can do to an old-school carburetor without changing it out to like a modern Weber or something that's set up with Teflon seals. Ethanol dries out all your rubbers, everything. Very corrosive on older carburetors. Hence, if you've ever purchased a rebuilt carburetor, you're very lucky to have one go through your year warranty period. You can only change technology so much. Off again. Probably the last time we'll run up the gears. Clutch is still new. I've got it at the top of the clutch movement as far as engagement. Some people like it set a little bit more. I just didn't want to overwork it. I just want to kind of set it in nice and light. I would anticipate keeping this vehicle. That clutch would probably last about another 60 to 100,000 miles, depending on what your driving habits are. That was the original clutch that was in this truck, believe it or not, and that was 125,000 miles. So, Either that or it appeared very ancient. Maybe it was not the first clutch.
We have an accident up here. Okay, we're good. Stop the video.
Yeah, as long as the red lights aren't us.
Okay, stop it.
Here, let's pull up over here and we'll pop the hood. There's an accident up ahead, so we'll see how much we get before we get cut off. Ah, we will miss it. Never mind. On to more of our wonderful video. Can't imagine this thing going viral.
No.
Although the occupants of the vehicle may have viruses of different sorts.
Funny. You
Maybe
do.
just the driver.
Yeah.
Okay, run up the gears. That was, I kept that in second gear. There's third and final gear. Going about 40 mile an hour, and I don't have a tack in the truck, but I'd say probably about 2,500 RPM, maybe a little less. If it does not have a 3.0 gear ratio, if you have a 9-inch rear end with a 273, that might be an ideal gear ratio for this truck if you end up driving it daily. Then you'd probably do 65 miles an hour and about probably 3,000 RPM. A little manageable. Probably 500, 800 RPMs lower. Save you some gas. I think you can upload up to 10 minutes on YouTube.
We're at 7.
We're at 7? Okay. Yeah, no hands on the wheel.
I gotta end it.
Sorry.